Welcome everyone to New Ladies and the New Talk Show. We are here to talk about natural hair versus weave. New ladies, what's up?
Hey! We're brothers.
We're brothers. We do have a special guest on the show today. We do have Johnny from You Shot Me.
What's up?
Make sure you guys follow him, Johnny_Shot Me. But before we get into the things you guys want to talk about, I would like to talk about the Chris Rock movie that came out, the documentary about natural hair versus weave. Misha, what did you think about that documentary?
It was fascinating. I learned a lot about just how much we spend on weave itself, and then we don't really know where it's actually coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's actually coming from women.
Your hair's in my way.
That's what natural hair is supposed to do. It's actually coming from women that they grow their hair really long, but then they get their hair stolen from them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. Like, how do you just wake up the next day and you're just completely bald?
That's crazy for real. I don't think a lot of people know how big this topic is, this whole natural hair versus weave or permed hair. And when that movie came out, I think it opened a lot of people's eyes, not just black people, but Caucasian people that didn't know the things that we go through and the things we struggle when it comes to our hair. What do you guys think natural hair is? What is natural hair?
It's your hair that you was born with, and it just grew and it just started to do what it wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
I think hair has its own identity in itself. It does whatever it wants to do, and it's just what you just have. You're born with.
So it's what you're born with.
It's how you make it.
Okay, so what is your definition of good hair?
Her hair.
Now,
Her hair.
I would think that depends, and I'm gonna say this. If you grew up in a family that was never biased,
Mm-hmm.
that never started to subconsciously, put these biased things in your head, it would be easy for you to just say, my hair is good hair. Your hair is good hair. Anybody's hair is good hair.
Mm-hmm.
If you have hair, hey, it's good hair. However, I think our society and even ourselves, we've grown up that the minute you put a comb through it, if you cannot get that comb through, immediately they're like, oh, you don't have good hair.
Right.
And I think that's where we started to create this thing in our minds that if your comb cannot go straight through it, it ain't good. And I think that's what kind of started it. And we don't realize that it's just kind of God, I'm trying to think what the right term is. You start to put it in a category that really it's just hair.
Mm-hmm.
We do have a guy on the show, and of course we need to get his opinion because we need to know what guys think what good hair is. So what do you think is good hair?
I like long curly hair.
Okay.
Like, this is nice too, you feel me? Not too like that, but
Do you guys feel like we think our hair is not good hair because we don't know what to do with it?
I feel like a lot of people think like that just
Mm-hmm.
because we don't know how to even take care of our own natural hair. It's like we'd rather just buy something that's false and just put on our heads and go. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's easy.
I agree because a lot of the times I have a niece that when she was little, the minute her mom could not figure out what to do with it, she permed her hair.
Right.
Instead of allowing it to grow and see, how she can handle it, because it's what was easier. Let me perm it and get it out the way. And I remember she sent her away on a trip. The girl got in the beach all summer. No one took care of her hair. And what happened? It all fell out.
Mm-mm.
And I think what happens is we go to what's easy.
Right.
But if you think about it, natural or weave, neither is really easy.
Exactly.
It's not. So I think a lot of it is just, we, as a matter of trying to just not deal with it, or deal with the taking care of it, it's like, put a perm, let's keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Johnny just said you prefer long hair? Long
yeah,
curly
I
hair?
like long
curly straight
curly
hair.
Well, I
Manual
like
hair.
both. I like, like Tracy Ellis Ross.
Mm-hmm.
Her hair's,
Would you talk to a girl rocking an afro like Misha?
Be
Honestly.
honest.
I don't know, like, I
We
don't.
won't kick you off the show.
Right.
There's
the door.
Just be honest. Like, no, seriously, be honest, son. Like, would you really?
Not really.
There you go.
Yeah.
Look
Not
at me.
really. See, I like honesty, and we love having people on the show that will be open to really speaking on how they really feel. So thank you, Johnny. That was a lot to say. Do people consider being, no, seriously, do people consider being, walking natural hair is being too black?
Yes.
Like when you see a girl like Misha walking down or a girl like Anna, is it too black?
I would say yes, because, and it's just, I'm going to keep saying it just all goes to how we've been raised and the images between what the public, between what the media, everything has put is that, oh gosh, afros, oh crap. You know, and it's very interesting because I've learned to embrace my natural hair, my fro, but when I go to work, I know I can't really rock it because I know it'll intimidate some people, and we gotta be careful because sometimes, even though I know to a lot of my coworkers, they'll say, "Oh, you remind me of Angela Davis."
Right.
To other coworkers, they're probably thinking she's trying to start something.
Right.
And it's like you gotta be careful. So it's like, it's just your hair, but it's like if I take that same hair, put a hot comb through it and wear it straight, it's all of a sudden I get a different reaction. If I go somewhere, I become more acceptable to go somewhere, and it's like it shouldn't be that way.
Misha, if you walked into a job interview with your natural hair, with your afro, what do you think would happen?
They're not gonna hire me.
Why not?
For one, they're probably gonna think that my hygiene is not up to par.
Okay.
I probably don't wash my hair every day. They probably think I'm lower class. I'm ignorant. I don't know nothing better. You know, so it's psychological. I think it all plays into how they were raised as well, because how can you say that I have poor hygiene just because my hair is tight curl?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't have to wash my hair every day. I don't have to, because I have natural oils. We all have natural oils. Black people have natural oils that keep our hair moist, nice and shiny. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if I wash my hair every day, it's not gonna be healthy. You know what I'm saying? It's different, and it's like I think other cultures don't really care to know on how about black culture itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like with the white culture, it's just like automatically, it's like, even when it goes to dreads, it's like, if they wear their hair like that, it's like, it's dirty. Why is it dirty? Because you think that we don't wash our hair every day because we have to keep it into this style? No, that's wrong. People with dreads, some of them wash their hair every day. Right. You know what I'm saying? But others don't, because we can do that. You know? Like, I don't know, it's ignorance.
Anna.
And I think to add to that, I mean, I think a lot of our media are the TV, the music videos, everything, they don't show that. And as a model, I've done a lot of photo shoots. I just did a music video and I sat there on set and I just kept looking, because every music video that I've seen, the girl always long hair.
Right.
And I'm like, it's very rare. I think Wale, when he did his PYT video, he actually had different hairstyles.
And that was a big deal for that one, yeah.
But the average artist, unless they're like an Erykah Badu, the average artist is not going to pick, a Misha with the afro as their leading girl. Yeah. And I think that's where the problem, if I go to a casting call, if it's down to just me and the other girl, and if it's something super high fashion, if she has long straight hair, even short, pixie cut, they will probably go with her over the black girl with the afro. And I think that's one of the things we need to start working on, is start changing the direction, make it more acceptable, allow people to start embracing it. It's fine if you see me with an afro and go, oh, that's nice, that's cute. Or you see my photo shoot and you go, oh, that's fierce with the afro. Okay, so next time when I show up to a casting call, if I show up for a job, let me get it. Let me be the lead girl. Let me show other young girls that, oh, look, they're putting someone with hair like mine on the cover. On the, what is it, Vicky's Secrets?
Yeah, Victoria's Secret.
And I think I think they're gonna continue to empower the natural hair. Why? Because besides them being a business person, I think they got more interest, more talk about their show, because they allowed the natural hair on the runway. So it's like, I think that's one step.
Yeah, that is a one step. I mean, even though their hairstyle wasn't as dominant as
It was
mine.
short.
You know, it's nice,
Right.
short,
Was it
cute.
bold?
Yes, it's never bold. You know what I'm saying? And it's so crazy how we don't let black women just be bold. You know what I'm saying? That's who we are. We're
Right.
strong. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't hide that. I can't hide this.
Right.
I'm gonna embrace it.
I mean, people do. They
Exactly.
wear weave and they get perms. Not saying there's anything wrong with it.
I feel
I feel like it's wrong when you feel like you're not beautiful
I
when
feel
you
like
rock
we
your
dumb-
natural
we
hair.
dumb
You know what I
ourselves
mean?
down.
Yeah.
We dumb ourselves down to society because we can't give them I guess like too much of us because it's like, ooh, I'm scared.
You're doing too much.
You're scared of me? You know what I'm saying? You know me though. Like, we talk all, you know what I'm saying? I see you at work, we talk, but it's like just because my hair is just boom, it's like, hold up, you giving me a whole nother side of you now. But what's the other side? I'm just confidence, right?
Right. Johnny, if you see a girl with natural hair, like Misha, what are you thinking in your head?
Good question.
I don't think about it immediately, but if I see them with weave and then the next day it's just like out there like that, then I'm just like, damn, like.
Get your hair done or what?
No, not like as in get your hair done, but just like, Jesus Christ, I never seen.
It's too much for you. Is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
it's kind of.
It's
a
something
lot.
that you need to get used to.
Yeah, I would have to
Well,
get used to it because I'm not used to seeing
The natural.
the big afros like that no more.
Mhm.
Like everyone is like with the perms or.
He said something that just triggered something. Not used to seeing.
Right.
Not used to seeing, and I think that's one of the big things. I remember I've always had the natural curly hair, but I'm a chameleon. Even though I look black, I'm Hispanic, I'm Spanish. So of course I get the, oh girl, you got the good hair. That's why. And I remember when I would be dating, guys would always rave about, oh, I'm so glad you have natural hair. I don't want to deal with the, you can't go in this. And so it's very interesting to hear guys talk about what they don't like about weave, but then growing up, they've only been used to, mama got to go get her hair done on Saturday. Mama has to go. And then when they see someone just being natural, it's kind of like slightly foreign, not what you're used to because, and we don't even, what is it? A lot of us, not us, but a lot of women, y'all won't go outside with y'all natural hair. If y'all will grab that head wrap, make sure no one can see the naps, the growth. And you don't embrace it. I think when you take the weave out, I know, right? Slick them.
Gotta slick
I want you guys to be honest right now. I'm gonna start off with you, Misha. When you wear weave, and I'm not talking about today. Let's talk about before you became so confident in your natural hair. How did you feel when you had on weave, and how did you feel when you was wearing your natural hair?
Like, when I first started weave, it started out with braids.
Okay.
And I felt like Brandy. You know
Brandy,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
So then it moved on to getting my hair permed because I was in an all-white school. So it's just like, when I just saw how it just laid down,
Mhm.
I was like, I want that perm. So when I got the perm, I'm doing this all day.
All day.
Running my fingers through my hair and everything. When I got older, I was like, and I started seeing, I wanted to be like a video girl. I was like, oh, this is what I want to do. Weave. Now I was like, oh, it can be longer. I can do anything I want with it. It can be long, short, curly, whatever. I'm like, yeah, I want that. And then when I started to really invest in it, it was just like, yo, that it's money. It's no joke. That's what I'm saying. Like, every paycheck, weave.
Right.
And I was just like, yo, what am I doing to myself? Am I really progressing with my future and what my plans are? Or am I really just spending all my money on just to look good? And it's like, I can do that being natural. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just with the weave, it's like I felt more confident. I'm not gonna lie, I felt confident. I felt like I was in society. I felt like I was gonna get more opportunities coming to me. You know what I'm saying? But then again, it's like when I look at it now, it's like I feel like I get more compliments with me rocking this fro than I get me just wearing just a regular
Because
regular
everybody
hair.
looks
has
the
to
same now.
Yeah,
Everybody is
they
rocking weave. I'm sorry, but I mean I haven't, twisted, but
Still natural.
everyone is rocking weave. So when you see that girl rocking natural hair, it's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's like it's foreign, like you
Yeah.
said.
And I get a lot more compliments on me just rocking my hair in a fro instead of me just putting up a weave. And to be honest with you, when I even put on weave now, or even a wig, I feel ridiculous. I was like, let me just take this.
Like
off
you're
my
not
head.
living your
Yeah,
truth.
like I'm just like,
But real, like I even not think about that. It's like I put it on, but I also think a lot of it has to do with your self confidence.
Mhm.
Because there's a difference between putting in weave because you want to let other people see how good you look. Because then your mindset is on something completely
Conforming
different.
to society.
You're just trying to conform, you're just trying to fit in, you just want somebody else to think you look pretty or look good. While me, I just put it on because I just like all the different personalities that pop up when I put one in, But it's just, I think that's the other thing. There's two sides to why you wear the weave. Is it truly because you just really want something different? Or is it because you just want to fit in? You want people to, or a guy who is looking at a video vixen who has long straight hair, you want him to be like, oh, she looks like that girl.
Right. I know, Johnny, you're a photographer,
Mhm.
and you work with a lot of women all the time, and a lot, wearing weave.
Right.
Are you more comfortable with women rocking weave because of what you see on TV? Because I know you deal with a lot of artists. Is it because of the rappers, having the models with the long hair, with the curly hair? What makes you feel like that's good hair and not her afro?
Because everyone is used to seeing the straight hair, and you know what I mean. Like everyone sees like Beyonce. They won't see Beyonce with an afro, and except for Austin Powers, but like it's, I guess more, they see it as more desirable. You know what I mean? In certain, huh?
It's the norm. It's like, okay, that's what everyone else is doing, so.
Right. So they're not used to that as of yet. So like as time goes on, I've done a photo shoot like where it's been like afro and.
Yeah, but what if it's just not like that? Let's say it's just a girl that she wants to wear her natural hair, but it doesn't have to be like, black power all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I want to just be simple. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to be just a natural
Yeah,
girl.
I see what you're saying, but I don't know. Like it's just like that's just the way it is right now.
Yeah.
But eventually, as time goes on,
Yeah.
there's like how Tracy Ellis Ross has her hair. I see a lot of that now. Like, but it's like,
But it hangs.
long.
You know what I mean? Like hers is still. It's still.
That's what they call the good hair.
Yeah, that is
That's
good
not-
hair.
That's not
This-
necessarily good hair though. Like
No, that's good hair.
That's natural
So
hair.
It's natural.
Yeah.
But it depends where you go. They would say, ooh, girl, I'm telling you, it'll go, ooh, girl, you got that. What, you got some Indian? That's when they start all the additional stereotypes and going by nationality because they see the texture
Right.
Yeah.
of the hair versus a thick kink. My daughter, her hair, my poor baby, she's a hybrid. So I have the hair that hangs. She has the kinkier, the kinkier tight hair. But no matter what I do with her hair, she embraces it no matter what.
Right. That's good.
Because I've shown her any type of hair is just beautiful hair. All
Right.
that matters as long as, you look good. I told her that, I said, you're beautiful. She said, I know, you're beautiful too. I was like, but I think we need to allow our kids, our daughters, to be okay with even rocking their natural hair. I mean, I've seen little girls going to kindergarten weaved out.
No, that's not right.
Right.
That's blown my mind.
Let's go to our
Like,
questions.
We got a question from Vanessa. She says, do you think we are enabling the type of biased treatment when we appease people by not proudly rocking our hair in the natural state?
Yes.
Yes.
I
Yes.
gave you a light, girl.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, because we're pretty much doing what they're telling us to do.
Yeah, like I said, we give off a persona that we're too much. But
And-
how are we too much?
It's not even just other races telling us, okay, your hair is not good hair.
media.
It's the men as well. I'm sorry, no offense, Johnny, but
I
no.
know, and
There's girls that be like,
and family members as well, like old time family members as well, because I know let's say if I went to Jamaica, like with my hair like this, but like, so what you gonna do with this?
Yes, they start trying to recommend
Nah, sir, you're not good. What we all do? You're not brush your top. You're not gel it back. Like it's like, well, damn. Like I just want to be me. Like why can't I feel this is hot? This is this.
I feel
Hello.
empowered. I feel the sexiest when my hair is natural.
Yes, I feel hella sexy right now. Thank you.
But you know what though? It's interesting because my husband hates weave. He hates weave.
Johnny, you can't be like
We're gonna get back to you, Johnny. Go ahead.
He hates weave, and I'm telling you, the minute and for a while, it took him a while to understand that I did it. Because sometimes, you know, as a man, you might think, because you know, if all of a sudden like, oh, you got a new hairstyle, you putting weave, wait, who, you know,
what you
and
trying to do?
who you trying to impress? But then he realized I just loved it. I just like the different. And he knows I got issues and I'm crazy, so I just being able to just switch up who I look like every now and then was just fun. But if I put in a wig or weave, I remember one time I did when I went through my mohawk stage and I actually got a sew in for the first time. Lord have mercy, never again. But he hated it. He was like every other day, when you taking that out. But you know, and this is when you was talking about how much it cost. I was like, boy, I paid money for this. I just at least gotta last them 2 weeks. You know.
But it's so crazy because it's like, all right, you know how I said like people have like their different like opinions on like with natural hair and weave. But it's so funny. I'm like, you would think that I don't wash my hair every day, but you know when people put in weaves in, you know they don't wash their hair until
Every day.
like a month.
3 months sometimes.
3 months.
It's
like,
up to you,
come
Johnny.
on, B.
You're saying you like weave. You don't like.
To an extent, like I used to you know, live with a female and like it starts to
The shed.
come out, yeah. I don't like picking up the hair like off the floor. No offense if
Okay,
you're watching this, but
Okay, look, Johnny. What Johnny? Make it clear for me. You like girls with real hair.
right.
You just not comfortable with the texture of her hair.
But this is your hair, Johnny. But this is your hair too.
I know, like
He's keeping it real. Please don't jump on him. Let him be himself. You know.
It hurt. All right, this is what I'm gonna say. It hurts me for you to say that because it's like it's not like we're different. We're
Yeah,
not different at all. You know what I'm saying? So for you to say, "Oh, I'm just not comfortable with your hair," it's like
I had a fro too, like, but
yeah, like
back in the day.
you're making me feel like I'm wearing like a beard or something
No.
like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not comfortable. You know what I'm saying? But it's
Not
like
like that, yeah.
I mean, we can't have a fro together.
Yeah, we got a fro.
I'm
I'm growing my hair back out actually.
I have a question for you guys.
Did?
First of all, I wear weave sometimes. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I don't wear weave as much as I used to because my fiance loves my natural hair. So that plays a big part. Like if I put on a wig or a weave, it's like, I know. Okay, it's cute. No, he'll tell me I have to get used to this look. Like I threw out a wig one time.
That's a nice way of
he's
saying
like,
it.
I have to get used to this look. But when I'm rocking my natural hair, his hands will not stay up my head, like for real. So I guess everybody have their own opinion. Like it depends on the guy, it depends on the girl. But I feel like natural hair, your hair, who you are, should never be an accessory. I think the weave should be an accessory.
Mm-hmm.
So do you guys think people are rocking weave like it's a part of them, like it's a part of who they are?
Yes.
Oh gosh, yes.
Like they grew with it.
Yes.
Yeah, because to be honest with you, it's a whole different person now. You know what I'm saying? When with the weave and without the weave, it's a whole nother person. When they have the weave, oh, they all up in your face and they smile. Like, you know, it's like, I feel good. But it's like when they don't have that weave and it's like you just see everything just shut down. It's darkness now. And it's like, damn, a hairstyle changes your persona like that. Like, it just changes your personality just like that. You know what I'm saying? In an instant. So it's just, I don't know.
My sister is probably tuning in. I'm sorry to put you out, but when I went natural, she actually helped my hair grow because she took me to the hair store. We bought a lot of great natural hair products. There's a whole bunch out there now, thank God. But she told me that you can't really rock your natural hair without makeup.
She said
It's like
that.
it's not complete. Like you have to have. You can't have a bare face without with a fro.
Ooh.
So
How do you guys feel about that?
That's different.
Now, I will say this, and I was at a conference and this woman made this statement, and I do agree. I remember when the normal process when you go natural is you do the chop.
Right.
And I know we've all had, if you've ever watched the show Survivor's Remorse, there's a scene where one of the characters' wives, she cuts her hair off and she's just staring in the mirror trying to figure out who is this person in front of her. And I remember doing the same thing, and I think, but there's one thing about it though, you learn to love your face, you learn to love yourself, because you can't hide behind bangs, hair, or anything.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh. And I remember I was like, I did feel naked.
Yes.
Like after, I'm not gonna lie, I do feel like after a while, if I just at least had on some lashes and I could go out the door, I was good. But then there were days I would challenge myself to just not put on any makeup, basic lipstick. But you know what? I think those having to go through that, it realizes if you don't have clear skin, maybe a moment to say, do we need to change our diet? There may be things, I think it helps bring awareness to other parts of your life that you maybe need to align to live better, to be better, and to feel happier.
Right. And you're in your own identity. You know what I'm saying? You're starting to love who you truly are within yourself. Like, yo, when I did the big chop, I was just like, I'm looking in the mirror and I'm just like, all right, girl, what you gonna do? What are you gonna do right now with this right now?
I gotta go out tonight.
Yo, I was pulling it down. I was pushing it up. I was like, all right, this is it.
Till you let it out and then you go out and people are like, oh my gosh, I like. Then you start the compliments.
Yeah, and then it's like it starts to like bring you up, and then it's like, you know what? I'm silly. I've been silly all these years. Like
silly kid. So we have a question from Vanessa. Let's see. She says, for the gentleman, not sure whether or not you have kids, but I really like this question. Shout out to Vanessa. If you had a daughter who came to you crying that she feels like her natural hair is ugly, would you comfort her and address her insecurities?
Yes, I would.
How?
I would. Tell her that her hair is beautiful.
How?
You can't talk to her how you were talking to me with.
I mean,
gotta be.
Yeah, like for instance, my niece. I don't know. We don't really like have the same kind of hair. Like, I mean, I have, of course. No, I don't want to.
No, all right. So that's if you have.
Let's say you're talking to your daughter. She's like, Daddy, I just, can you put me some weed? The other little girls at the school.
I'll tell her no, she ain't getting no weed.
But how can you tell your daughter? Yeah. How can you tell your daughter she can't have the weed?
Because she's too young. Like,
so it's okay when she's older.
Yeah.
No, you can't address it like that. You can't.
You can't tell him how to address it. He needs to address it the way he feels comfortable, because that's what.
Well, yeah, let's see how you address it, and then I can tell you how I think. Yeah.
All right, go address it.
I'll tell her that her hair is beautiful and that she's beautiful. Like, and if she wants to wear weave when she gets older, she gonna have to buy it. Like, cause it's expensive as hell. Like,
girl, get a job. So what if your daughter's hair looked like her hair?
Would you rock it like this?
Yeah, I would. She's a kid.
So it's okay because she's a kid, but if she's older, you wouldn't think her hair is beautiful because she had her hair like that.
I would still think it's beautiful.
But you just wouldn't date someone with hair like that.
My preference, no.
Okay, now hold on. Let's switch it up. Your son now. Like, let's say, like, your son, all right, because you know how, like, men are when they bring a woman home, and it's like, all right, let's see what you got going on, player. How would you feel if your son brought home, like, a natural girl, like, she didn't wear weave at all, or not even makeup? Would you feel like, yo, you can do better? Would you say, okay?
No, I wouldn't.
So you would respect his...
Yeah. What I was gonna say was my niece like hates weave. Like my niece never wears weave. Okay. She has like that like curly like her kind of hair, and she loves her natural hair. Like she.
Okay. I have a question for you, Misha. Why did you go natural? Honestly,
because it's hella expensive. So I needed to find another route, and then on top of that, I just wanted to be more healthy. I changed up my diet, so I was just like, you know what, let's just change up your hair too, you know? And I switched, so with the perms, I cut that off. I felt like the perms were making me probably break out more with my skin. Just I have bad acne problems with that, and the reason, like, I just had to learn how to love myself more. I feel like, cause when I first did like a haircut, like I cut it real low, I had that Rihanna cut, I cried. I literally sat in a hairdresser and I cried.
Go through that moment.
You know, it's a stage. You cry. I cried because I was like, yo, I never had my hair as short this ever in my life. Like, am I still beautiful? Like, I had to ask my boyfriend at the time, was like, do you still find me beautiful or like sad?
Start to question.
Yeah, like I cried, son, like 2 days, son. And I was like, and then after, it was still perm though, like the Rihanna, it was still perm. But like now, I didn't cry when I cut my hair. I was just like, this is me.
Right.
Even though I looked in the mirror for a good minute, I was like, this is me. Let's rock it.
What about you, Anna?
I always had the natural curly hair. Growing up, it was always, my mom promised never to put a perm in my head. I mean, I really never had the need for it. Growing up, I went to the school I went to. Everybody would always know if there was 2-3 different Annas in the school, it was always Anna with the good hair. Sorry, Becky. So I just always had the natural, pretty curly hair. But then, of course, I started doing stuff with it,
Right.
and I ended up just chopping it all off, and it started to grow. And I would go in the mirror and go, oh my gosh. But then I reminded myself of something. When I was little, I hated my eyebrows. My eyebrows were thick. If anyone knows my daughter, she has, the thickness of her eyebrows are the same as mine. Soon as I could, I remember when I was little, I waxed them to say was so thin. I found pictures where I was like, what the hell was I thinking?
Robbie went through the same stuff.
But then I realized, I hit a moment where I was like, when I started to let them grow, and I was like, you know, this is just me. I just need to embrace it, and I just need to love it. And then don't get me started when I started seeing people drawing them on and stickers. I used to have them. I was like, oh, I'm back in style. But it just, once I did it though, it was even a struggle to let it grow. I loved actually just embracing everything that was just this right here, natural, and then even to the point, my daughter wanted me to cut her hair like mine. She wanted to go short and also go through the journey. Of course, her daddy was like, oh, hell no. But, because her hair was already long, but it was just something like, once I did it, and when I talk about how it feels to just be natural, I love it. I feel the most confident when my hair is out. And I think it goes a lot to be said to designers, photographers, producers, directors, anybody that's in an industry that has the ability to expose, give exposure to different looks. I did a fashion show, and I kid you not, I was only gonna walk for one designer. The other 3 picked me strictly for my afro. And I was shocked because, of course, it was the girls with the weaves, and I love when a designer is willing to do that because, when you look at the New York Fashion Weeks, if you take a magazine, go through. I remember I did this exercise. Go through the magazines on the stand at the shop at the supermarket. See how many natural hair looking women, afro wavy, the kinky curls. See how many you can actually find, and that does not include a hype hair magazine.
No,
I mean,
a Vogue,
like a Vogue, and you don't see that even from like the high-end lines. They don't embrace that unless you're a celebrity that can,
Let me go to Johnny.
What's the black lady's name? She's like from Africa or something like that.
Lupita.
Okay.
Like she was on Vogue or.
But how many girls like her?
You know why?
What did it take
Yeah.
though? What did it take to get her on the cover?
What happened though? Like, why was she on that? Like, I never seen any of her movies.
She did was it 12 Years a Slave?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's
And she
why.
won, and she was
She said
nominated.
That's why.
So it wasn't just it wasn't because she was nominated on an award show like a BET, unfortunately. She actually got on the like, was it the Emmys or
Grammys.
No,
the Grammys.
the other one. The Academy, the Oscars, to be
Oscars.
nominated
Oh, okay.
at that high level. level where they already are lacking diversity, it was a big statement. So hence they were like, oh yeah. And ever
Let's
since
grab
then,
her.
she's been,
Yes,
you know,
I see her a lot now.
just
I never
trendsetting.
even-
But
Is
you
that
know
her
what?
only
I have two annoying
Is that
questions.
her whole hair?
Is that her only movie?
No, she's been in the
others.
she's been in the other movies. Yeah.
I have two annoying questions that we get asked all the time, and I just want to get you guys like reaction, opinion about these two questions. The first question is that your hair?
Oh God, is that all your hair?
Is that all your hair?
Yes, all.
How do you feel
Oh,
when someone asks you that question?
when it's natural or weave?
Both.
Annoyed sometimes because it's just like, do I walk up to you and ask you if that's all your hair? All I say is, damn, I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love that style. What did you do to it? You know what I'm saying? I don't. That's not my first question. Cause like, even when I see like a black woman, let's say she has weaving, but I don't know. Let's say I don't know if she got weaving. I'm like, damn, girl, your hair looks good. Stop it at there.
Right there. Is that all yours?
Not for what? You know what I'm saying? Like I look at those things and I have to say to myself, why? Is that my business? Really? Like, no, it's not. Cause this lady can tell me anything. Yes, my hair. What?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I have to leave it at that. Like,
I have a different question for you, Anna. Your question is, can I touch your hair? Are you
Yeah.
okay with that?
Yeah, I guess because I'm such an easygoing person, I get that so much. And it's like, oh, can I touch her? I was like, yeah. You know, it's just like when I was pregnant, it was like, can I touch her belly? I would go ahead, I'll be Buddha. You know, but when I just let them embrace it. And then I always just feel like, you know what, maybe it's a step towards them feeling, you know, there's a lot of women that are afraid to go. And then they start to see, and then, you know, I think we need to maybe talk more about the ways you can keep a natural, healthy hair. Because, you know, I think that fear, like I said earlier, of how do I manage this? I've been going through the, you know, I started for just for me, and then I upgraded to the next brand. And it's like, well, how do I start to, you know, maybe that's a spot where, you know, we need to maybe educate women more. I mean, girls started asking me, I tell them everything I use, and I tell them, baby, don't be afraid.
Yeah,
you know, and of course everybody goes through that fear of, because I know I was like this, because, you know, you got to do the chop. And I would always say, my head's too big to rock a shortcut, or I don't got the head for a shortcut. I used to always say that, and then I finally did it. And then, of course, it turned into, oh, that looks good on you, you know. But if you notice, you just got to let people get used to something.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Once you make it the norm, it's not a big deal. Then
it is the
and you
norm.
embrace it.
Oh my goodness, it's the norm. I grew it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't change this. There you go. I can't change this.
I
You know
have
what I'm saying?
one young lady. This was like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Hopefully you're watching. I'm talking about you. She walked into the studio and she was like, oh, you went natural. She was young. She was like 16. I was like, yeah. Oh, you must be broke. The truth is, yes. I know. I didn't know what to say. But she was 16. It's like, what do I tell this girl? She
Be
don't
like,
know
get
that.
out.
She had the 18, 20. She said, oh, we only do 22 inches around here. She said something like that. And I was like, honestly, in my head, I was like, yeah, honestly, I went natural because I'm broke. It was one of the reasons why I went natural. Weave is so expensive. It was
so much.
I didn't tell her that, but in my head, I'm like, girl, you right.
You're right.
But it is expensive to carry that lifestyle, changing up your weave and going to the hair salon, paying $200-$300. The weave is like $500, and there's girls out there doing this every 2 weeks.
You can't see. I don't want you to see what's behind me, so you know I gotta get the extra bundles. You mean saying like 4?
Yes.
4 bundles, not 3, 4. You feel me?
But before we close, I would like everyone to know that there's nothing wrong with wearing weave. I don't think there's something wrong with wearing weave. I think being natural is beautiful and powerful. I would love more people to accept the fact that all hair is good hair. You just have to take care of your hair. Okay? I don't think we should have a preference. You know, just be you. Guys, you know, I guess you have your type of girl you would date, but when it comes to hair, you guys have to make that girl feel confident.
If you love
And if you keep talking about, you know, the weave, you guys like weave when your girl is stepping out, but when she's home with you, you want her hair to be natural, and I'll keep it right there. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. So I want you guys to take weave and braids more as an accessory. Oh, the same way you throw on your watch or you throw on your bracelet or your necklace. It's an accessory. You put on the weave when you want to look different, but it's not a part of you. It's not who you are. You know, don't feel like, oh, I can't go nowhere because my hair not done. Oh, girl, you going out this weekend? No, I don't have no weave in. Go with your natural hair. You should feel beautiful being yourself. You don't have to have weaves to be beautiful. And that's the message I want to send out there, you know. Thank you guys for tuning in to New Talk. This is the New Ladies. And please tune in every Sunday at 7 p.m. We have so much to talk about. So many things that we're working on, not just for us, but for you guys. And we love you guys for tuning in and supporting us the way you guys do. Don't forget our fashion show is the Influence Fashion Show. Our model casting is the 16th and 17th. It's going to be at Next Up TV Studio. If you'd like more information, visit www.nextuptv.com or give us a call, 954-226-1407. The actual fashion show is on January 28th. You can buy your tickets right now by going to the same website, www.nextuptv.com. And we love you and thank you for all your support. Pow! But yeah, your hair is beautiful. Your hair is beautiful. You don't need weave. I mean,